Hi guys, welcome to my channel. No, I'm joking. Wow. So this is probably going to be the best place for me to film, like, I want to say, like, my videos for the foreseeable. I am currently outside on the school run. Come to pick up my eldest, and I've got some time here, which is really good because it means that I can be like super strict on the timings here. But this is what it is. I'm going to do a quick intro video about what you can expect from my channel. So I've never done YouTube before. This is my first attempt, and I really hope like it doesn't look like hard to watch. But essentially, welcome to my channel. My name is Priscilla Apeening, and yeah, this channel really is beginning because I really just don't like Instagram anymore. Although I'm still kind of there, I'm not there with a purpose right now. A lot of what I did, like, professionally was centered around Instagram, and I just become disillusioned with it all. But that doesn't kind of offset my passion for what I do. I just feel like I want to share and maybe express my thoughts and give advice and such by way of social media on YouTube, because I just feel like the pace is slower. I feel like, you won't see any content that you really don't want to see on YouTube because you physically have to click on the channel. And yeah, I just feel like, yeah, it's a peaceful place to be. So this is where I'm at. So like I said, my name's Priscilla. I am 35 years old. I am married to my husband, and I have been with him for 8 years. We've been married for 7 years. This year is actually our 8th year of marriage, which will clock in November. We have 4 children, and when he came into my life, he came with 2 sons from 2 different women. So that also makes me a stepmom of 2, but he's actually also a stepdad, technically, because I was a single mum for 3 years, and I had a daughter of whom I have come to pick up today from school. And so, yeah, when we got together, we became this instant blended family where we had 3 kids. And so that was a steep learning curve. And I guess I will get into that in another video. And from becoming a stepmom and all the trials and tribulations of that, I founded the Stepmoms Club, which is an online space for broaching the topic of blended families, and that kind of grew, and it became beyond me and my experiences. And then I started to advocate for the conversation and the subject and the realities of the lifestyle within the media. And so I've been on TV, I've been on radio, I've been in magazine and newspapers, I've contributed to books, I've contributed to blogs, I've been on podcasts. I tried to find myself in every kind of space that I possibly could find in order to bring up the conversation of blended families. Like, I was really a woman on a mission. And then I got sick. And so actually before I got sick, the kind of media appearances then kind of segued into me coaching. And then I became a certified coach from like this master coach in New York. And I trained with her and I was coached by her. And then I got my certification, and then I became a coach. And so then the Stepmoms Club, although still having those topical conversations on the grid, in the comments, in the DMs, and still trying to answer broader questions and speak to scenarios, also became a service where I started to coach and still kind of do coach women all over the world via Zoom and phone call. So that was good. And I think that is where I really came into my own. And, you know, when you're sharing yourself and advising people, you begin to recount on how much you've grown and how different you feel compared to how you felt. And I think I became even more confident than I already was, and I now land at this place of, at this title of calling myself the unbothered stepmom. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to like say this succinctly, but also I want to give you like a timeline. So let's just stop at that. I became a certified coach, and then I had like a paid membership space, a small group of women, you know, that paid a monthly fee to partake in workshops, socials online. And it was beautiful because it was around the pandemic as well. So it was a really great community within the membership space. And then I became ill, and I became ill to a point where I just wasn't even awake during the day. I was asleep a lot of the time. I was in pain a lot of the time. And I had just given birth at the time as well. And what I became ill with was lupus. And currently the lupus is doing a number on my body, but you know, praise God, I'm doing the school run. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I got sick with lupus, and so I closed the membership space down, and I kind of withdrew from being online. And I just decided that if I have little to no energy, I want to spend it with my family. I want to spend it, you know, working out what homeschooling is going to look like, and just, yeah, being purposeful and more intentional with my time. And so I withdrew, and I went missing for about 1.5 years. And I've come back in dribs and drabs, slowly, and I feel like I'm present this year, but it has also compounded the fact that I don't want to be present on Instagram. Not at all, just not. I just don't want to be on Instagram. So that's that. Second to that is, where am I at? Where am I in the timeline? I don't know where I'm at in the timeline. Yeah. So now this year I'm coming onto YouTube. I feel like I want to still share information, still share life experiences, and, you know, kind of create this, you know, online space. Kind of like the Stepmoms Club, but revamped. And there's still comments to have discussions in. Do you know what I mean? You're still going to see me, but I'm not going to be creating content like whereby making reels and posts, and I'm just not going to be in that rat race, basically. And you'll be able to see me document the kind of rebirthing of the Stepmoms Club, but in a corporate sense. And I guess, the more I know, the more I'll share. But for now, it's like a precious baby that I probably shouldn't speak much of yet. So there's that. So yeah, that's essentially why I've ended up on YouTube. And so what can you expect from this channel? I am a Christian, and I've grown bolder in me saying that out loud. And it feels really good. It feels really good, and it's literal, out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. Like, I love speaking about Jesus. I'm learning theology, I'm learning church history, and it'll be cool to share some of the stuff that I learn on here, and also to share how, you know, growing closer to God has made me a better stepmom, has made me a better mom, has made me a better wife. It would be cool to share that stuff. And you know, if it could bring some perspective or change your mind in the field of blended families, whether you're in it or outside of it, it can change your mind positively. Being a Christian woman and what that looks like as a wife, as a stepmom, as a homeschooling mom, as a stay-at-home mom, being an entrepreneur kind of thing. If that can help bring some perspective or some insight or just entertainment, maybe, that would be cool as well. And yeah, just general lifestyle, just see what it looks like to function as me. Not so much to benefit you guys, but because I want to document it and I want to see how I've grown. And yeah, it's cool. So I just need some time to like settle in, get comfortable, feel less shy about creating these videos, filming these videos. But I think on the offset, I want it to be clear that my life is not content for me. And so I'm not going to share everything, and I'm not, you know, I don't think I'm going to be a vlogger, but I will vlog. So I can't really say how often I'm going to post right now. I can't really say, you know, every week you're going to get a vlog or anything like that, because I know a lot of work goes into that. But I don't know, who knows? I just know for now I'm going to be sitting and talking to you like this, and every now and again I'll bring you outside with me. And yeah, my real hope is to do reaction videos and commentary and do some agony aunt videos basically. And then in the in between, anything you want to know about me, feel free to ask. And yeah, we'll see how we go from there basically. This video is kind of short. I feel like there should be like a minimum 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm just gonna share something. I'm gonna give some advice. So if there's any stepmoms that find me here, this is some content for you already in the intro video. So I had a coaching call over Christmas, and this woman presented all these scenarios, and she had convinced herself that it was like a stepmom thing. And I basically had to break it to her that it was a family thing. Like, the kind of difficulties that she was experiencing was not because she was a stepmom, it's because she was in a family where there's a child and there's two adults and extended family. And then the kind of hardships that she was facing was not unique to blended families, right? And I think when you become a stepmom and you haven't yet given birth to your own child, you know, you don't know what it looks like to be like that kind of, not nuclear family, but a family where there's mum, dad and children or child. And you don't really know what that brings. So it's kind of like a shock to the system. And as you've entered into this family set as a stepmom, you think to yourself, okay, this is all because I'm a stepmom. But no, actually, it's if you had your own children and they had a mouth on them, you would still feel these kind of struggles. So I think what I want to say is don't always feel the temptation to chalk everything negative that is happening in your family, or anything uncomfortable, anything hard that's happening in your family. Don't chalk it down to because we're a blended family and because we're a stepmom and because, you know, statistically it says that, you know, it takes 5 to 8 years to actually blend, or that, you know, stepmoms go through X, Y, and Z mental health kind of issues, and it's your emotions are always going to be shot and exhausted, and you know, there's so many negative things that can and does happen when you become a stepmom. But every negative thing that does and can happen is not because you're a stepmom. And I think it's really, 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 really important to identify whether this is just a family growing pain or if it's like step mom or step family specific. And hopefully in this channel you'll be able to decipher some scenarios that may be one or the other, and for everything else, it's really good to get a coach to help you out with these things. But you can always like drop me a message, ask a question in the comments, and I'll help as best as I can. But I think also this is a good time to talk a bit about coaching sessions and what that looks like. And I think I'll probably do like a more dedicated video about that. But my services, I do charge. There is a concession fee for those that are on benefits. But yeah, do you know, one thing that I think is going to annoy me is when I watch this back, I'm going to clock how much I looked away from the camera. And I think I've already flagged one thing that I probably need to improve on, like actually like maintaining eye contact. But for this video, I'm not going to stress myself if I keep looking away. Like I've already said, it's something that I need to work on. And I think also I haven't been looking, because I haven't been looking at the camera, it may look like I haven't been looking at you. I've been looking at myself. Anyway, we'll see. Trial and error, and you'll bear with me, hopefully. But yeah, my coaching services are basically an hour for a single person, or just like a stepmom, who's not coming to me as a couple. And it's 90 minutes if you come to me as a couple for a coaching session. And my email is in the information box, and if you have any questions around coaching or looking for a coach or want to recommend me as a coach, but you want to buffer my services a bit first or get a bit of know-how before I put a more detailed video out, feel free to email me and I'll be more than happy to pick that email up. But yeah, I think I would have clocked about 15 minutes now. I don't know, depends what the editing's gonna look like. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day, and I really hope I made sense. So yeah, my daughter's gonna come out in 3 minutes. Well, school's out in 3 minutes, so I think I did all right. And so until the next time, of which I don't know yet, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye.